Just end the season, people. Just scrap the season all off. What's the point, man? Honestly, what is the point? Just end this whole season. What's there to say, man? What is there to say? You guys have seen the news already. You guys have seen it. Gabriel, our best defender this season, by the way. Our best defender in quite a lot, quite a while, you could say. Absolute beast, absolute warrior. Look, out for the whole season, people. Out for the whole season. Another injury. Just play over Arsenal season, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Just play that because that is all it's been with injuries this season. And now with one of our best defenders, if not the best defender that we have right now, based on current form in Gabriel. Another hamstring as well. Let's go through this, people. Make sure you guys hit like buttons up. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are new as well. Get your thoughts in down below as always. Appreciate everyone's support as always. Thank you guys so much. Always tuning in. But Gabriel Magalhaes has sustained a hamstring injury. Yes, another hamstring injury we've got to talk about, which requires surgery. Gabby will undergo a surgical repair procedure in the coming days and immediately begin his recovery and rehabilitation program with the aim to be ready for the start of next season. That's the aim. That's what they're aiming for. It don't mean he's going to be back for the start of the next season. That's what they're aiming for, hopefully. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, people. My phone's popping off, yeah. Everyone's going in an absolute meltdown right now, to be fair. I'm probably getting trolled by all the other rival fans. But, screw them because this, at the end of the day, this is just so frustrating, man. What do you honestly put it down to, people? Like, that's what I asked anyone in the chat. I think it's got to be numerous things you could say. Because this is not the first injury we've had. This is not the first hamstring injury we've had as well. How many players we had out for the season now? Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz, now Gabriel, Tomiyasu, all out for the whole season. All suffering with similar injuries. It's either the knee, it's either the hamstring. Like, what is that? What is going on here? What is going on? Like, we've had a whole squad of Etsy injured, yeah, apart from our goalkeeper, Thomas Partey, who Thomas Partey is one of Arsenal's most injury-prone players in the recent years, yeah, and he's the only one who's managed to stay fit this season. And our goalkeeper. Honestly, what is going on? I think, as I said, you look at a lot of people in terms of these injuries. Is it the congestion? Could you throw that into, is it the amount of football that our players are playing? I mean, I think there's games as well. You got to look into the manager in how they're managed. I'm talking about Arteta's point of view as well. And no, before people start spamming my comments saying, "Oh, why are you blaming Arteta? Oh, how dare you blame our manager?" He's got to take a bit of responsibility because at the end of the day, there's still certain games where he's played these players and they shouldn't be playing, in my opinion. I can throw you to the dead rubber game against PSV when we 7-0 up, 7-1 up, and Gabriel started the game. Pretty sure, did he play the full 90? Even so, he started a pointless game. He did it this season with other players like Saka, playing these pointless Carabao Cup games. And then you look more deeper to that, and why are these players having to play these games? Because let's be honest with it, the squad depth isn't there. We still have holes in the team. So I look into recruitment once again. I look into maybe there's certain games where Arteta could have used these players a bit better than he did. But yeah, the blame's not all on Arteta. I'm not saying that. I'm just using a few points there as well. But like this is madness because Kai Havertz got injured in training, by the way, didn't he? Man got injured in training. Like, what is going on? Another hamstring injury. It's absolutely unbelievable. It really is, people. It really is. And yeah, what do we do now as well, people? Let me know. What do we do now? What would be your defense now? Because we know we have players like Jack or Kivior there who will most likely be the centre back to replace Gabriel. The one I really want is if Ricardo Calaflori to play centre back because I think this guy's a centre back and you're going to see the best of him. But guess what? He's injured as well. Could we play Tierney at centre back? You know, he plays there for Scotland. I'd rather him than Kivior there, if I'm being honest with it. Well, the thing with Kivior is he ain't great. You know what I mean? Like he's not that good. He's not that. Kivior against Mbappe in the Champions League, by the way. Kivior against Mbappe. Hopefully, God forbid, Calaflori's back. He doesn't look like he's going to be back. Kivior against Calaflori. Kivior against Mbappe. Or if Ben White, but again, Ben White is now doubtful. It might have to be Jurrien Timber. Jurrien Timber can play that role. He plays there for the Netherlands. He can play centre back. You're gonna have to play if Ben White's not back. You're gonna have to push Partey back to right back. It is what it is. I don't see him doing that. I see him going with Kivior because I'll tell you why he's going to go with Kivior. He did the same thing last season. He did the same thing last season when, and I know we had injuries as well. That's why they had to play. But he put Kivior left back, people. I doubt he's going to put anything. I doubt he's going to try that. Listen, if he tries it, he tries it, and fair enough, fair play to him. Yeah, then people can ban on me. People want to talk about we've got a versatile squad. Well, let's see it in action then, because Ben White can play centre back, Timber can play centre back, Calafori is a centre back, Tini can play centre back, and for me, they all do a better job than Kivior. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. It's no disrespect to Kivior, yeah. It's simple what I've seen with eyes, yeah. What we're seeing, Kivior ain't it. He's not it. I saw enough when against John Philippe Mateta, mate, and against Crystal Palace. He got bullied by him, mate. Yeah, he got absolutely bullied. It's as simple as that. Even in the Fulham game, right? Look, Kivior against Dama Traore. You see that moment where he got bullied off the ball. You can't rely on Kivior, people. It's simple as that. I'd rather have someone else there, like Timber, Ben White, Calafuri, or Tierney. But yeah, awful news there, people. If there's any bright, positive news, it'll probably be this today. In terms of injuries, and that is to do with obviously Jurrien Timber, and it's very, very it's fine, you know. It's good news with him because he's not that serious. He obviously came off injured as well. He didn't look great, but Jurrien Timber has only suffered a knock. It's just a knock, guys, and expects to be fine. So that's a bit of, you know, better news there today. Jurrien Timber with a knock, nothing serious there. So yeah, he should be fit and available to go. Would you even play him against Everton? Not the risk of injuries right now. I probably wouldn't, to be honest with you. I'd just wrap it up in cotton wool and save him for the Real Madrid game because he's going to be vital whether he plays centre back or right back. You know, he's that good. You know, it is. He's that good. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he's honestly that good. So he's that vital to the team. So yeah, some really good news there. Right, let's get into the favorite bit today. Then the daily dose of transfer rumors. I'm going to start with this one. Arsenal got a bit of, according to reports, a bit of a striker dilemma right now because people from Arsenal want different strikers at the moment. It seems like. So kind of by Gunnar blog today, he says there's a case that Arsenal striker search is being driven by different aspects of the club. While Mikel Arteta admires Alexander Isak, Andrea Burt is a fan of Gyökeres, and Edu's pre-existing department are working on Benjamin Sesko. So it's kind of like they're just like they want different strikers. It seems like at the moment. Obviously, I think they can all agree Isak's the main guy for Arsenal, but it looks like that's the guy who Arteta wants the most, as well as maybe Sesko. You could put into that because you know we were seeing how he's trying to get Sesko for a while now. But seems to be more of the fan of Gyökeres, and that came out because Bert actually admired Gyökeres at Atletico Madrid, so he's pushing for him to come to Arsenal. And then your Edu's pre-existing department, so I presume that's the likes of Jason Ato, those sort of guys who work with Edu. They still want Benjamin Sesko. It's a bit of a dilemma going on here. Listen, for me, it's either Isak or Gyökeres. You know, like in terms of like preference wise, you go and get. I don't want to be cute repeating myself there, people, but it's either, you know, those two that you go and get. Sesko, for me, he may be a good player, but he's still a very raw player. You know, he's still a player that needs a lot of developing. He's still a player that I think needs to prove a lot. Isak's already proven. Gyökeres is already proven. Isak's even more proven in the Premier League. You could throw into that as well. Gyökeres, I mean, the goals speak for themselves. The stats don't lie. Yes, he's a Portuguese league, but he's also showing you can do it on the big stage, in the Champions League as well. When you're scoring goals like that for fun, nah, different. With Sesko, I'm not calling him a bad player. So I think he's more like a project signing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's more like is he gonna come in and really hit the ground running? I mean, I'll tell you this for a fact: if Mika Marino, a DM, not even a CM, he's a DM the way how he plays, yeah. Mika Marino could come and score 5 goals this season, right? Or 7 goals he's got now. Then could you imagine what someone like Isak would do in this Arsenal team, or Gyökeres? Or I even say Sesko as well. Because Sesko shows some good signs. But I think when there's other options out there that would benefit us so much more, is for me would be Isak or Gyökeres, over Sesko. I still think Sesko has a lot to prove, to be honest with you there. Um, what's happened here? I think you guys, yeah, you guys still hear me. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, let's go obviously into the of course, get your thoughts in down below there. A little bit of a dilemma there. Just quickly on this one as well. I get on setting these players that suit your system as well. But what we don't want is we don't want these. What we don't want is we don't want Berta and Arteta to clash. Sort of what Edu and Arteta did. Just give Berta what he wants, mate. We got to be able to give this guy the tools that he needs and what he wants, the players that he's putting forward as well, that he wants to sign. I understand it's down to the manager as well. I'm not saying that, but I don't want another clash, because for me, if they're clashing on players, yeah, already, which I don't think it's that way. I just think they've got an open mind on different type of strikers that they want to go and sign, which I really hope's a reason. But if Berta's already like, and Arnse already clashing on, oh, but I want Isak, no, but I want Gyökeres, it's gonna be, it just won't work, will it? So that's what I'll say there. But let's go to the final story, and yes, you've guessed it, it's Nico Williams again. Now, and once again, a player that's been extremely heavily linked with Arsenal in the recent days. He says that Arsenal will have to put Nico Williams in the highest bracket of earners if they are signing him in the signing this summer. Telegraph Sport understands. The players' representatives would expect Williams to be placed into the same bracket as Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, who are believed to be earning in the region of 250 grand a week. And this today comes by Sam J. Dean, from, of course, the Telegraph, as it says there. So that's going to be a factor to consider when signing Williams is, of course, the wages. Will become one of Arsenal's most highest paid players at the club. Are we willing to do that? Are we willing to risk something like that? We've had players in the past. We have players right now on pretty high wages, to be honest with you. I remember when we had that new contract with Aubameyang, didn't work out. Ozil didn't work out. But with this type of player, Nico Williams, I mean, we can forget we're paying the release clause anyway. If we were to sign him, I think it's like 48 million. The wages, of course, are on top of that. Still doesn't take away the fact that this guy is going to be one of our main targets in terms of the winners, and I don't mind. Yeah, the wages could be a factor. I do understand that, as it always is, but listen, Nico Williams, for me, I said it yesterday when we spoke about him. He's a no-brainer, people, to bring him on this left-hand side. The competition this guy will give to Martinelli, because we see Trossard leaving. The competition that this guy will give to Martinelli would be unbelievable, to be honest with you. Yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer on Nico Williams for sure. And yeah, once again, being spoken about every single day. I mean, look, we're in April, you're right. The window's not open in another 2 months, but yet already we're starting. But yet Nico Williams be talking about every single day. Definitely one that there's got to be some definitely interest in there from Arsenal. Mate, I don't know if we're only team looking at him. Barcelona will most likely be in there because they were a few years ago as well. So yeah, we have to wait and see, people. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, obviously, on everything we discussed today, the injury to Gabriel, and also the transfer rumors as well. I'll catch you guys, as we know we do this every single day. So thanks everyone who watched this one today. Make sure you hit like button up. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another show. Take care, everyone. As always, come on, you Gunners. Peace.